Welcome back, Star Gamers. I'm your host, Spin Assassin. You've come to StarGamer.Space, the #1 sci-fi channel in the known universe. And today we're going to take a look at Star Trek Online. Now, I'm not a Trekkie. I don't identify as a Trekkie. I don't want to ever identify as a Trekkie. Mostly because Trekkies kind of bug me. It's unfortunate because Star Trek itself isn't that bad. The movies are actually pretty good. J.J. Abrams and the bad robot ones in particular are awesome. The problem with Star Trek are the Trekkies. They think that the history of Star Trek is inevitable. They treat the lore like it's a fact. They'll take half an hour to lecture you on the obscure facts about fake aliens and fake events and fake technology. And too many of them think they're scientists thanks to Star Trek. You see them checking their watch, waiting for the coming moment where dilithium crystals will be discovered. They are more like cultists than fans. And it's a shame, because they cast a fat, smelly shadow over the franchise and make it embarrassing to anyone who just likes Star Trek like me. This is why I never pass up an opportunity to troll Trekkers, as they call themselves. They try to take Star Wars down a notch once in a while, and it's just ridiculous. It's purely insecurity. Star Wars doesn't care. Have you seen the prequels? They don't care. Star Wars fans don't care. Star Wars doesn't even pretend to be the future history of the Earth. All you have to do to destroy a Trekkie, especially the know-it-all Trekkie that's trying to school you, is tell them that Spock went back in time, thereby erasing all that useless trivia that they memorized. Then, if you're really feeling mean, then you tell them how Star Trek's own internal technobabble invalidates the whole concept of the Star Trek universe. The transporter, the warp drive, the replicator, by themselves invalidate the need for ships at all, if you think about it. I'm not going to go into it because that's something a Trekkie would do. But if you want to talk about it, I'll tell you all about it. But when you do that, that's when the veins pop out of their greasy, pimpled foreheads, and they sputter technobabble and spittle for the rest of the encounter. That's just when you mess with them on their own turf. In the end, that garbage only matters to them anyway. And I count that as a win. So for the rest of us, we have to separate Star Trek from the Trekkies. There are some really great things about Star Trek that normal people can enjoy. Star Trek Online is one of those things, despite my initial pessimism. I fully expected to hate this game. And you know what? I felt I was giving out too many good reviews. I needed some bad reviews, just for variety. Well, I was denied. Star Trek Online is fun. It's actually a fun game. Now, the graphics of Star Trek Online are last gen. It would play on a 360 no problem. But the game is free. Can't beat free. And you know what? The quests are fun. They're interesting. And they're unpredictable. Some good writing there. Where Star Trek Online really shows, though, is in the space combat. I really like how they did this. It's very tactical. You have forward shields, side shields, rear shields. You have different ships with different phaser mounts and different weapons. You got photon torpedoes and all these other weapons, and different configurations and different positions on your ship. So that means positioning and speed of your ship are actually really important. It's very tactical. And I really like that. It was a breath of fresh air. Now, I played a lot of EVE Online once upon a time, and EVE Online, I mean, your lasers, no matter where you're pointing or where you're going, your lasers, they're just firing all the time. Your guns are firing all the time. And it's basically a hidden dice roll that you never see that's going to determine whether you hit and how much damage you hit for. Well, this is a bit different. It feels like you're actually there, and the decisions you make, fly this way or that way, go this fast, go that fast, run away, charge. All these things actually make a difference to the battle. And it's also fun to command a starship. I've been playing a lot of Battlefront, and starfighters are awesome. I love X-Wings, I love TIE Fighters, all that stuff you'd expect anyway. But it's nice to actually command an entire starship. It's different. They're slow, you know. It doesn't move on a dime. It's, you know, the difference between a speedboat and a freaking battleship. And it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. I was pleasantly surprised. I kept playing long after I planned to. I couldn't stop. Well, I had to stop eventually, but I didn't want to. I could have just kept on playing and playing and playing. The game has a way of sucking you in and leading you to the next thing, thereby eliminating the usual boring drudgery that you see in a lot of MMOs. Didn't see much grinding in it. So, Star Gamers, you will not be sorry if you download this game. It's free. Try it out. I think you'll like it. And that's all we got for you today. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and comment. Did you like Star Trek Online? Tell me what you think. Lock in coordinates to stargamer.space. Engage.
Told us to get to Earth's space dock and